Hey there, folks. I'm Lucy, and let me tell you a little tale about how my life turned into a soap opera. So I hit the big 3 to 0. Thought I found my happily ever after with this guy. Let's call him Max. Oh, he had a laugh that could charm the birds out of the trees, and life was all roses and rainbows for a hot minute. Fast forward to our wedding, a chaotic explosion of wrapped presents and envelopes. Enter Max's parents, now meet Carol and Dave. These two were more interested in our gifts than the actual celebration. I mean, seriously, who claims wedding gifts for themselves? Apparently, Carol and Dave do. Anyway, I shoot Max a look, hoping he'd stand up. But nope, he's untangling kitchen gadgets, completely oblivious. Cut to our anniversary. I planned this romantic dinner at Chez Louis, thinking it'd be a chance to show Max's parents they're important to us. Guess what? Carol eyes the menu like it's a shopping catalog, ordering the priciest items without a second thought. I could practically see the dollar signs in her eyes. But hey, it's a special night, right, Max? Let's not worry about the cost tonight, he says. And here I am, trying not to choke on my salmon, feeling like my special night is turning into a cash register symphony. Now, the holidays roll around, and I get their Christmas wish list. Luxury items, designer clothes, the whole shebang. I buy them a coffee maker, and what do I get in return? Scented candles. Not complaining, but you see the pattern, right? It's like they're playing the gift-giving version of poker, and I'm stuck with a pair of twos. So here comes my quarterly bonus, bigger than I expected. I decide to surprise Max with a trip to Paris, our dream destination. I spill the beans over dinner. His face lights up like the Eiffel Tower. But wait, his phone rings. It's Carol. Yep, she booked us a trip to Paris. Surprise, surprise. And just like that, our dream becomes a family affair. I'm crushed, but I try to salvage it. Maybe we can all go together next year, Max suggests. Carol's having none of it. Why next year? We can afford it now, she says, like the queen of entitlement. Fast forward to me staring at my computer screen. Bonus burning a hole in my pocket. I decide to take matters into my own hands. I book a solo trip to Paris, cancel the family one, and take back control. But the unraveling doesn't stop there. I wake up to an empty bed, an untouched side, and the realization that Max has emptied my bank account. He's off on that Paris trip, funded by my hard-earned bonus. My heart sinks, and anger bubbles up inside me. The person I trusted most has betrayed me. I take swift action, cancel the hotel rooms, return flights, and cut off his access to my accounts. I'm done with the lies, the deceit. The ring that once symbolized love now sits cold and heavy in my hand. I leave the house, close the door on the life that was never truly a home. I head to the bank, ensuring my finances are secure. The bank manager, Sarah, becomes my ally. I'm not going back, I declare. I've canceled everything, left the house. I'm done. Sarah offers support, asks about a lawyer. I decide a divorce is the way to go. I'm determined to build a new life, free from the toxicity that has poisoned my marriage. The divorce process is a legal dance, each signature a step toward liberation. Messages from Max flood in, apologies please. But I'm resolute. There's nothing left to discuss. I move into a small, sunlit apartment, fill it with new memories, and return to school. The first few months of my newfound independence felt like a breath of fresh air. I embraced the solitude, relishing in the simplicity of my own company. The apartment became a sanctuary, a space where the echoes of the past could no longer haunt me. Classes at school were invigorating, and my passion for learning flourished. I dived into subjects that intrigued me, reconnecting with the part of myself that I had neglected in the chaos of my failed marriage. The weight of betrayal gradually lifted as I focused on rebuilding not only my life, but also my sense of self. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow across the city, I stood on my balcony, sipping tea and gazing at the skyline. The realization hit me. I was no longer defined by the constraints of a broken relationship. The pain of the past had shaped me, but it wouldn't dictate my future. Yet healing is a nonlinear journey. There were nights when the echoes of arguments and the ghostly presence of what once was crept back into my thoughts. The ring, once a symbol of commitment, now rested in a drawer, a relic of a chapter closed. The scars of deceit ran deep, and I grappled with the echoes of trust shattered. Sarah, my stalwart ally through the storm, continued to offer unwavering support. She became more than a bank manager. She became a confidant. We navigated the legal intricacies of divorce together, ensuring that my rights and emotions were given the consideration they deserved. Meanwhile, Max's attempts at communication persisted. Apologies, promises, and the desperate plea for reconciliation flooded my inbox. I stood firm, acknowledging the messages but refraining from being pulled back into the tumultuous sea of emotions. The wounds needed time to heal, and closure was a process, not an event. Friends and family played a crucial role in my recovery. Their unconditional love and understanding provided a sturdy foundation upon which I could rebuild my sense of trust and security. Shared laughter, comforting conversations, and the warmth of genuine connections became the stitches holding together the fabric of my renewed self. The seasons changed, and with them, so did my perspective. As I embraced the journey of self-discovery, I realized that my worth wasn't defined by the actions of others. I became attuned to the strength within, resilient like a phoenix rising from the ashes. In the quiet moments of self-reflection, I found solace in the realization that my story was far from over. The healing process was a tapestry woven with threads of strength, vulnerability, and the resilience to confront the shadows of the past. As I navigated the complexities of divorce, I began to rediscover not only my identity, but also the dreams and aspirations that had long been overshadowed. The sunsets from my balcony became a ritual, a quiet meditation on the beauty of moving forward. With every passing day, the cityscape transformed, mirroring the evolution within my own heart. The scars, once raw and painful, now bore witness to the battles fought and survived. Each one told a story of endurance, of a woman who refused to be defined by the wounds inflicted upon her. The support from newfound friends and the unwavering love of family sustained me through the darker days. Shared experiences and shared laughter became the antidote to the lingering ache. In their company, I discovered the strength to embrace vulnerability, to acknowledge that healing was not a linear journey, but a series of ebbs and flows. As the legal proceedings unfolded, I faced the daunting task of untangling the intricacies of shared lives. The divorce papers, a formal conclusion to an intimate chapter, were signed with a mix of relief and melancholy. Yet, in the ink on those documents, I found the inkling of a new beginning. The city, with its bustling streets and hidden corners, became my playground of rediscovery. I explored neighborhoods I had never ventured into, tried cuisines that were once foreign to my palate, and forged connections with people whose paths intersected with mine in unexpected ways. Each experience was a stitch in the tapestry of my rebirth. Yet the echoes of the past continued to reverberate. Max of attempts at reconciliation persisted, sometimes tugging at the frayed edges of my resolve. The messages, once filled with desperation, slowly transformed into a background hum, a distant reminder of a chapter that had reached its conclusion. In the midst of this chaotic symphony, I stumbled upon a part of myself that had long been dormant. A passion for art, suppressed amidst the obligations of marriage, rekindled like a dormant flame. Canvas became my confidant, and brushes whispered stories of resilience and redemption. The turning point came when I decided to embark on a solo journey, a pilgrimage to rediscover my roots, to find solace in the arms of nature, and to confront the demons that lingered in the recesses of my mind. The landscapes unfolded like the chapters of a cherished book, each step a metaphorical leap toward self-discovery. The journey was not without its challenges. There were nights when the weight of solitude pressed heavily on my chest, and the quiet rustle of leaves became a haunting lullaby. Yet within that solitude, I found the strength to confront the remnants of the past and to welcome the prospect of a future undefined. The road ahead unfolded with both trepidation and anticipation. Each step, a testament to my newfound strength, echoed against the backdrop of the landscapes that bore witness to my metamorphosis. The valleys and peaks mirrored the undulating emotions within, a reflection of the resilience that had emerged from the crucible of heartbreak. Nature became my confidant, the silent witness to the conversations I held with myself. Beneath the expansive skies and amidst the whispering leaves, I confronted the shadows that lingered, a cathartic release that marked the final exorcism of the ghosts that had haunted my past. Yet the journey was more than a solitary pilgrimage. It became a tapestry woven with the threads of chance encounters and shared stories. Along the way, I encountered fellow travelers, each carrying their burdens, dreams, and scars. In their tales, I found echoes of my own struggles, a reminder that pain was a universal language and healing a shared endeavor. The decision to travel alone was not just an escape. It was a reclamation of autonomy. It was a declaration that I, Lucy, could chart my own course, independent of the expectations that had once confined me. The landscapes blurred into a kaleidoscope of memories, a montage of sunsets, mountain vistas, and the quiet hum of quaint towns. As I traversed through the tapestry of my journey, I stumbled upon moments of unexpected beauty. A chance encounter with a kindred spirit in a remote village, the therapeutic sound of waves crashing against the shore, and the warmth of a sunrise illuminating a path previously obscured by the shadows of the past. The solitude of my travels allowed introspection, a recalibration of priorities, and an acknowledgement of the woman I had become. The scars, once perceived as wounds, now bore a different significance. They were markers of resilience, reminders that the human spirit could endure and emerge stronger from the crucible of adversity. In the quietude of the night, as I pitched my tent beneath a sky studded with stars, I found solace. The journey was an unraveling, a shedding of layers that no longer served me. Each dawn signaled not just the beginning of a new day, but the birth of a renewed self, a Lucy unburdened by the shackles of a past that no longer defined her. The messages from Max dwindled, becoming distant echoes in the vastness of my exploration. His attempts to reclaim what was lost were met with a resolute silence. The landscapes I traversed mirrored the evolution within, a transition from the desolate terrain of heartbreak to the fertile grounds of self-discovery. As I ventured back to the city, the air was charged with a sense of closure. The apartment, once a refuge from the storm, now felt like a canvas awaiting the strokes of a new beginning. The walls echoed not just with the laughter shared with newfound friends, but with the silent triumph of a woman who had emerged from the chrysalis of pain. The return to the city marked a homecoming of sorts, a reintegration into the familiar rhythm of urban life. Yet everything felt different. The once daunting skyscrapers now stood as symbols of resilience, towering monuments reflecting the strength I had discovered within myself. The streets that once echoed with the footsteps of a Lucy burdened by the weight of a failed marriage now vibrated with the echoes of a woman reborn. The apartment, bathed in sunlight, greeted me like an old friend. The walls, witness to both joy and heartache, seemed to exhale with relief. It was a space that had borne witness to my evolution, a silent confidant that had seen me unravel and then weave myself back together. With every breath, I embraced the solitude that surrounded me. The quietude was no longer a haunting reminder of what was lost, but a canvas awaiting the brushstrokes of possibility. I filled the space with art, vibrant hues that mirrored the newfound vibrancy within my spirit. The canvas became a reflection of my emotional landscape, bold, unapologetic, and full of life. The scars on my heart, though still present, began to fade into the background. They were no longer open wounds, but rather mementos of a battle fought and won. I no longer recoiled at their touch. Instead, I traced their outlines with a sense of reverence, an acknowledgement of the strength that had carried me through the storm. Friendships blossomed like flowers in the wake of a spring rain. The camaraderie of kindred spirits who, like me, had weathered their own emotional tempests, became a source of inspiration. Shared laughter echoed through the walls of my newfound community, a reminder that joy could be found even in the aftermath of sorrow. The echoes of Max's attempts to reach out became distant whispers. The messages, once desperate pleas, now seemed like artifacts from a different era. The digital realm held no power over the fortress of emotional stability I had built. Each text was met with the unwavering certainty that I had chosen the path of self-discovery over the allure of a familiar yet toxic embrace. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. The routine of work and studies became a testament to the normalcy I had craved during the tumultuous chapters of my life. The emotional roller coaster that once defined my existence was replaced by a steadier, more predictable cadence. Life, in its newfound simplicity, became a canvas upon which I painted the strokes of resilience. In the quiet moments before sleep embraced me, I reflected on the journey, the winding roads, the mountain vistas, the shared laughter, and the silent tears. The emotional tapestry woven from the threads of heartbreak and healing bore witness to the transformation of Lucy, a metamorphosis that left her unrecognizable to the woman she once was. As the night sky embraced the city, stars winking in the vast expanse, I felt a profound sense of gratitude. Gratitude for the pain that catalyzed my growth, for the solitude that nurtured my self-discovery, and for the strength that emerged from the depths of my vulnerability. As the seasons changed, I found myself standing at the threshold of a new chapter. The air was infused with the scent of possibility, and each sunrise became a metaphorical rebirth. The routine became a symphony of productivity, a testament to the resilience that had germinated in the fertile soil of my heart. The specter of loneliness, once a daunting companion, now felt like a distant memory. The city, with its bustling streets and vibrant energy, became a playground of opportunities. I delved into new hobbies, relishing in the freedom to explore without the weight of expectations. The echoes of laughter and shared experiences with newfound friends became the soundtrack of my rediscovery. My career soared to new heights as I poured my passion into projects that resonated with the authentic core of who I had become. The corporate landscape, once a source of stress, transformed into a canvas where I painted strokes of fulfillment. The professional successes mirrored the personal triumphs, each milestone a marker of the distance traveled from the shadow of Hartech. The digital silence from Max, once a void that begged to be filled, became a sanctuary. The attempts to reconnect dwindled, and the space he once occupied in my mind began to shrink. The emotional shackles that had tethered me to the past loosened, and I stood on the precipice of a future unburdened by the weight of regret. In the midst of this transformation, I stumbled upon unexpected avenues of self-expression. Writing became a cathartic outlet, a way to unravel the intricacies of my emotions and share the wisdom gained through the crucible of experience. The written word became a bridge connecting me to others who had weathered similar storms, a testament to the universality of human resilience. The memories of my solo journey lingered, a cherished album of snapshots capturing the landscapes and faces that had left an indelible mark on my soul. The lessons learned during that pilgrimage continued to shape my outlook, a compass guiding me toward authenticity and self-love. With the passing of time, the concept of love underwent a metamorphosis. It was no longer confined to the limitations of a romantic relationship, but expanded to encompass self-love and the bonds forged with kindred spirits. The heart, once wounded and guarded, unfolded its petals like a resilient flower, ready to embrace the warmth of the sun. As I stood on the balcony, sipping tea and watching the city below, I marveled at the resilience of the human spirit. Life had taken me through the crucible of heartbreak, and I had emerged not as a victim, but as a survivor, a testament to the extraordinary strength inherent in every shattered soul. The journey was far from over, but the emotional landscape had shifted. The scars, once perceived as blemishes, became marks of triumph. I had not merely survived, I had thrived. The road ahead sparkled with the promise of new adventures, unforeseen connections, and the boundless potential of a heart unburdened by the weight of yesterday. As the moon ascended to its throne in the night sky, I whispered a silent thank you to the universe. The echoes of my past had shaped me, but they no longer defined me. I was Lucy, a tapestry of resilience, strength, and the unwavering belief that, no matter how turbulent the past, the future held the potential for an extraordinary and profoundly beautiful love story.